Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Newman, and today we'll be unboxing Buzzoff from Mattel's Masters of the Universe cartoon collection line. This 1/12 scale figure measures 5.5 inches in height. It's made of plastic, contains 16 points of articulation, and comes with the Adrenid Lance and a mini comic. Now before we get to the unboxing, it would greatly be appreciated if you were to like this video, if you do indeed like it, and subscribe. That way you'll never miss a future unboxing. Now I happen to purchase this as well as several other figures from BigBadToyStore.com. They're a great online retailer. You should really give them your business. They have excellent customer service. I would always suggest them over the big giant conglomerates like Amazon, Walmart, or Target. Now before we go ahead and rip this thing out of the package, let's take a look at this wonderful cardback artwork. It's sporting the new Hordak logo for Masters of the Universe cartoon collection in conjunction with She-Ra's 40th anniversary. Turning to the back of the package, we have some amazing artwork with Buzzoff doing battle with Webstore and Cobra Khan. Towards the bottom of the package, you can see the other figures in the wave, as well as some instructions on how to use his lance. Alright, so let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get this thing opened up. Snippety snippet. Alright, and here we go. Here is Buzzoff in the plastic, and it is looking pretty good. You know, it's a kind of basic figure, but I really like the look of this thing. It looks fairly filmation accurate for the most part. And turning to the backs, we have the wings. You know what? I honestly think it's really just these wings and the visor that lowers down that's making me really like this thing. But we'll talk about aesthetics later. Let's go over the articulation first. So head goes all the way around. It's on a ball joint, and again the visor comes down, which is really cool. Arms go up to about yay high. Let's see, we've got single joints at the elbows, which are nice and tight. No issues there. And we've got wrists that go all the way around, and they are also on a hinge, despite the fact that we have some big old chunky claws instead of hands. Obviously the wings are articulated. They go up and down. They aren't on a ball joint, so they don't move three-dimensionally, which is fine. This is a Filmation Origins figure, so the articulation is going to be kind of basic. The waist goes all the way around. No issues there. It's not too loose. Legs go up to about yay high, which is pretty standard for the cartoon collection. We've got single joints in the knees, which are pretty good. They're not too bad. There is a boot cut in both of the boots, and we've got really good articulation in the ankles. There's a really nice rocker in this, so that's really nice. Alright, so there you have it. Articulation is looking good. It's pretty standard for the cartoon collection and Origins figure. Nothing too extraordinary, nothing too bad. It's good. It's all looking good. So let's go ahead and move on to accessories. Alright, so his really only accessory is his Adrenid Lance, which is nice. It's all one color plastic. It's sort of a orange gold pearl plastic. It's nice, you know, it's a good sculpt. It's pretty sturdy, not too shabby. Oh, it kind of, you know what, it's like a bee stinger. I never realized that before. Next up, we have the instructions that show all of the modular pieces. In case this is your first Origins or cartoon collection figure, you can swap out the pieces with your other figures. And here is a mini comic. It's the same mini comic that came with all of the other figures in this wave. You can pause it, read it if you want, but that might be against the law. I don't know. Alright, so back to the figure. Like I was saying before, I really like this figure. I had the original Origin, well, not the Origins, but the original 80s Buzzoff figure. It was one of my favorite figures. Again, I got a lot of the obscure characters. It was hard to find a Trapjaw or a Triclops. I had the later characters in the line, like the Buzzoffs and the King Randors and the Draxtors, and a Scareglow, all those guys. And you know what? This is pretty cool. You know, it's kind of basic, much like all of these cartoon collection figures. They resemble the Filmation. Oh, you know, look at that. There's a little hole in there, so you can pop this lance right in there, so you can get a nice, good grip, as opposed to the original 80s toy, which could grip nothing. But like I was saying, it's pretty basic, like all of these other Filmation figures. But I don't know. I really like it. I don't know. It's just something very visually appealing to me. It really might just be those visors that just drop down. I'm a sucker for a cheap action effect. But yeah, you know what? I really like this. This isn't my favorite of this particular wave. I think that still goes to Invisible Skeletor, but this is good. This is really good. I really do like this. It looks good. I've got no issues with this figure so far. It's getting the job done of what it needs to get done. Like I said, no paint slop. The articulation's pretty tight. Everything's looking good. I mean, you know what? If I do have one criticism, is that his face looks a little gummy, almost like a Mezco figure. It's probably the type of plastic that they use for that yellow, so you kind of lose the features in certain lighting conditions. So that's kind of a misstep, I guess. If you want to have any criticisms for this figure, I guess that could be it. But overall, I think this is fantastic. This is fun to play with. And the lance fits in his other hand as well. I don't think I can get a double grip in here. It would have been cool if they had the lance a little longer, and then you could do a double grip. And he balances very well too, despite having those wings. Sometimes with characters with wings, they tend to topple over unless you put them awkwardly forward. But let's go ahead and do a comparison. Let's do a comparison with the Origins Buzzoff and the Masterverse New Eternia Buzzoff. So as you can see, there's no mistaking all three of these characters are Buzzoff. I mean, they're all B-themed characters. How can you not know this is Buzzoff? Obviously, the Cartoon Collection figure is a lot less detailed than the other two. You know what? That Masterverse figure, that's a hot figure. You know what? That's nice. I don't have it unboxed. I don't unbox all of my Masterverse figures, just a select few. I don't know. I'm starting to maybe rethink my decision on that. So bringing the figures up close, you can see the similarities and the differences. They're both yellow and brown, although the Masterverse has a much darker brown. And the face sculpt on the Masterverse figure is quite inhuman as compared to the Filmation version. Here we have the Origins figure, and these two are a little closer, but not quite. So all in all, I think this is on the better side of the Cartoon Collection figures. It's not the best, but I think this is really good, and you would be lucky to have it in your collection. So, just go out and get it right now. Okay, final thoughts. I don't have much more to add. I think this is a really solid figure. I think it looks good. I don't have any issues with mine whatsoever. All of the articulation is good. All the paint application is good. The only real, and again, it's a very, very minor thing. The only problem I might have, if you really put my feet to the fire, is the face sculpt being a little gummy. It's not quite as detailed as I would like. Kind of similar to the Skeletor situation in the Cartoon Collection. It's not bad. It's just a little ill-defined, almost like one of the worst Mezco figures. But again, it's a minor thing. It's a very minor thing. Overall, I think this is a fantastic figure. You should go out and get it. It was only $20 from Big Bad Toy Store. It should still be in stock. These Cartoon Collection figures, they rarely sell out except for that Too Bad, but that was the Mattel Creations exclusives, and that's another story altogether. So, you know what? I think that's it. I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off, or buzz off, if you will. Yep, folks, I'll be here all night.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And as always, I remain Rip It Open with Newman on several socials. The links are all in my profile, so just get all up in there. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Hit the bell for notifications, and I will check you later.